Ancient Greece was a land marred with myths and legends. It had everything from epic battles to anecdotes of exemplary courage to alluring but questionable love stories. None of them, however, hold a candle to the fabled tale of the Trojan War.
Most of us already know how this mammoth of a war ended. But how many of us know how it began? So, in Greek mythology, there once was held a beauty contest that did not really end with your typical, I thank everyone for supporting me and that kind of stuff. This wasn't that kind of a contest. The outcome of this contest was terrible, nothing less than the Trojan War itself.
Like countless other happy stories, this tale of ours also began with a wedding.
The wedding of Peleus and Thetis was a joyous event, and all of the gods and goddesses of the Greek pantheon were invited to the celebration. That is, all the deities except one, Eris, the god of discord.
The goddess decided to make an appearance anyway, and she even brought a wedding gift, a golden apple. This, however, was not a happy gift, for it was aimed to bring forth arguments. When Eris appeared at the celebrations, the goddess threw the golden apple amongst the assembled gods and goddesses.
A goddess picked up this golden apple and saw that there was something written upon it. To the fairest. For a moment, there was silence, until Hera, the wife of Zeus, came up and said, "Then it is for me, let me have it." Athena, the goddess of wisdom, did not behave wisely at all. She said, "It can't be yours, because I am the fairest. Let me have it." Of course, Aphrodite, the goddess of beauty, thought she was being overlooked. She came up with, "Why, everyone knows I am the beautiful of all. So the golden apple must surely be mine."
None of these Greek goddesses were going to give up their claim to the apple, for to back down would mean that they would be seen as inferior in terms of beauty to their rivals. Thus, the goddesses decided to go to Zeus for him to make the final decision.
Zeus might be the supreme god of the Greek pantheon, but this was one decision he was not going to make. For he realized that making a decision would pit one goddess against another. Poor thing Zeus. He was in a very delicate position. One of the contestants was his wife, another one was his sister, and the third was his own daughter.
Therefore, Zeus proclaimed that this decision would be left in the hands of Paris.
Now remember that Paris was not a member of the Greek pantheon, for Paris was a mortal prince of Troy. He was no god.
Paris had gained a reputation for making fair decisions unswayed by outside influences. Now, each of the goddesses decided to influence the decision by offering bribes to Paris.
Hera would promise Paris untold wealth and position in charge of all the realms of the ancient world. Athena would offer to Paris all known skill and knowledge, allowing him to become the greatest warrior and most knowledgeable mortal. Aphrodite, though, offered Paris the hand in marriage of the most beautiful of all mortal women. The judgment of Paris would shortly follow, and Paris decided that goddess who rightfully owned the golden apple was Aphrodite. There is no doubt that the bribe offered by the goddess played a small part in the prince's decision, despite his previous reputation of being unswayable. Aphrodite would ensure that her promise of the hand in marriage of the most beautiful mortal woman was kept, and the goddess arranged for Paris to abduct Helen, the beautiful daughter of Zeus and Leda. Of course, Helen was already married to the Spartan king, and the abduction would lead to 1,000 ships being launched to retrieve her back, which precisely was the Trojan War. But we won't go into that for now.
Is there a moral in this myth? Let's find out together, kids. Firstly, when you are a goddess, always behave like one. Secondly, never mess with someone else's wife, unless you wish to bring upon another gigantic wooden horse to your doorstep. Last but not the least, remember how a very stupid thing can lead to serious consequences.